like a real person, is she not?
Yeah, she was. And it was the 5th grade. Patricia Grisanti.
Yeah.
Where are you, Patricia?
I also remember one day we were working late on a Friday. It was a long week, and we were just trying to get our stuff done. And as is, as happens, you're just like, oh, I can't get this line. I don't know what. I took Adam's lines. I hope you don't mind me telling the story. I took Adam's lines. I cut them out of the page, and I stuck them to my head. Adam was behind me, so you could just read right up. Nobody does that for me. But Adam would.
I would, yeah. I prefer it when lines are on someone else's forehead. The coverage. It's easier that way.
And he's not distracted by my handsomeness.
Yeah. I try in rehearsals to do the worst performance possible, to get it just bad out there, like overact it as much as I possibly can, so that I won't have that polluting the actual scene.
And you can just dial it back.
And I can dial it back.
Nice.
Yeah, I do that. It confuses directors though in the beginning when they're
Me
sitting
too.
there.
I watch it and I go, that was good.
No, you would say, you're gonna do it that way?
That's what I said. First day, because he started doing his Jane voice. I can't do it. I'm so sorry. Do you
So 0, nothing, carry the nothing.
So here's what I learned. There are some people who can do that all day, every day they work. They can do that without apparently any damage. When I first heard you do that, I said, that's the way you're going to do it? Like, you're going to go home going...
Heavy metal background.
That's...
Yeah. That's some shit.
All right, let's take one over here.
Okay.
Hi.
I'm Sydney, and if Firefly had kept going on after one season, what would each of you would have done with your character?
Whatever Joss said.
Yeah. I wanted to do an episode where I locked the keys in the spaceship. I was always pushing. And I'm sure I know there's a lot of fan fiction for Firefly out there, because it was one of those shows that stories just kind of sprang from it. You could imagine that show going on and on and on and on, because just the world was so big and it just seemed right. And so I was always writing episodes and throwing him ideas whenever he was around. And some of them kind of got, there were Balinese shadow puppets, which was great, because I was pushing that. Wash had been in, it was the episode where you and Book were weightlifting together. I wanted to go down and weightlift with you in an episode, like come in, and you guys are lifting, and I go, I want to go in there, and you guys, come on, no. And then I take off my shirt, and then all over me, yeah, right? And then Jane goes, wow! And then all over me are tattoos, all these prison tats. Nobody's ever seen them. I'm just like covered in prison tats. I spent the entire war. I had one mission in the war and went down, and I was captured and spent the rest of the war in internment camps doing Balinese shadow puppets, acting out.
Look at Nathan's expression.
Sounds like a solid act.
And when I saw his ripped abs and his sculpted body and his tattoos and his sweat and he was lifting weights, I said,
I'll be in my bunk.
I'll be in my bunk.
I'm pretty sure that fan fiction exists.
Here's some this is a glasses cleaning kit. So some shit.
All right, let's take one from over here while he's distributing his shit.
Alright, I love all of you, but I also love my brother, the Captain Hammer, on the second floor, and today is his birthday.
Oh, nice.
So could you, in your best Captain Hammer voice, wish him happy birthday?
How about we just all together? I mean,
How about this? I'll take
His
this.
name is Grant.
It's your birthday. You don't look like a baby.
Here's a pair of gloves that Nathan gave me. Try that.
I'd lent you those.
Pam, bring those back.
I lost.
Hi, first of all, I want to thank Nathan for being so kind. I met you earlier today.
I think she's talking to you.
My question is that Adam has already had a guest role on Castle.
Oh, yes.
And when is Alan going to be on Castle? What would his role be? Would he be the killer? Or
Can I pitch something? I want to pitch something.
This is the Alan pitch hour.
We really tried. We came so close last season because of my suburgatory schedule at that time.
Do you remember the role?
Yes, I do.
Tell them.
It was the one that Jonathan Frakes directed. I think he may have directed more than one. Yeah, but it was one Jonathan Frakes directed about a Comic-Con and about.
Aww.
And it just happened to fall on the week that they were making their schedule, the week that Suburgatory had off, and they were like, we need to schedule out, and they're like, we don't make our schedules on our weeks off, sorry, and so it just didn't work. Really great. But I want to pitch this. What if you have like a guy who, I like the limo driver idea, somebody who, the building guy opens the door. Doorman. And I'll just open the door. And don't have any lines, I'll just open the door.
Here's my pitch for Alan's part on Castle. There's another cop author team that are doing essentially what Castle and Beckett are doing, but just cheaper. And Alan's author is English, and he's terribly snooty. And looks down his nose at Richard Castle.
Fantastic.
And then when everything kind of goes down, and everybody's shooting at each other like,
Adam cracking up.
Turns out he's from Wisconsin. It's all a put on.
I like it!
He can do that. He's been English before. Some shit.
Actually, way over here, I think, is we got one. Oh, wait, no, quite down. The woman will have her shit. Hi.
Oh, hi, little guy that we're swearing in front of.
My question would have to be, I heard there's a Dr. Horrible 2. Nathan Fillion, if you're in it, could you tell us about it? And a little bit about your roles in it.
We have plans to do another Dr. Horrible. Unfortunately, Joss Whedon's been very busy. What's he working on?
That's like a Buffy revamp.
Something. Anyway. If there was to be another Dr. Horrible 2 and it was done right now, Adam, what would it be about?
It would be little webisodes about 3 minutes long each. They'd be funny and at the same time scary and heartwarming. With a little bit of violence and some singing.
That's fair. And I love your outfit today, little man. What's your name? What was your name? You forgot.
EJ Malik.
Very nice to meet you.
Cheers. Have some stuff.
I love Alan.
Somebody gave me that chocolate, just so you know.
Hopefully it's not from Colorado.
meeting, wait 4 hours.
Yeah.
Hi there.
Oh, Alan, you just roofied that kid. So, Alan, how you doing? I'm actually asking a question for my wife, lovely but shy. I just really want you to say a line from one of my favorite films that you were in, Knight's Tale.
Woohoo!
The night shoes on the horse.
What?
What's that thing, the night shoes on the horse? What's that called?
Oh. It's called a lance. Hello.
Where is your wife?
Oh,
Hi, wife.
here's some shit. This is actually a script from 42. They give you these little scripts. This is from that.
All
My
right.
pen's white, so I can't sign it. Sorry.
Don't give it to your wife. It's yours now. Hi.
Yeah, Tucker. Tucker.
Hold on, he's distributing stuff. Okay.
Yeah, Tucker, can you tell these fine folks when we might be going back up to our vacation home? We've got a lot of blood, college kid blood to clean up there.
Nice. I like it. Yeah, stay away from those pickled eggs, man.
It's too late. Would you like one?
It's gonna come back on you, I'll tell you. Yeah, I don't know. We just, I got it. So last week, I think it was last week, or the week before last, I was at Horror Hound, which is a horror festival. I can't say it right, but Horror Hound is just wrong. Horror Hound is Anyway, we were there. I was there with Tyler Levine, who was in Tucker and Dale vs. Evil with me, and or I was in it with him, however, whatever. And I had just. Anyway, I do that.
Okay. Listen.
My thoughts bottleneck. Get stuck when I can't get them out. Anyway, we're going to make another one. The producer told me that we were going to make another one because I was telling everybody we weren't going to make another one. He said, you got to stop saying that because we're going to make another one. Then I told everybody, hey, we're making another one. And then the director called me and said, why did you tell everybody that? Seriously, you got to plan this shit. So, it hasn't been written. It's being written. They've been kind enough to share with me the outlines, which is just kind of unheard of.
That's great.
That's really cool. I've read, but this, yeah, so. It's a baseball from 42.
Oh, that's actually very awesome.
Has anyone here not seen Tucker and Dale vs. Evil? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Unheard of. Right? Do yourself a favor. Watch Tucker and Dale vs. Evil.
Woo! It is great. Woohoo!
Get a couple of beers.
I rotate movies off my iPhone, and Tucker and Dale never leaves it. It's always on it. It's brilliant. Please see it.
Cheers.
And you're welcome.
All right. No, this young lady has a question.
First off,
That's how I talk, just like Alan.
I hope that you posted my brother, and also, can you sing one of our Dr. Horrible songs?
Well, we probably don't have time to sing anything, but what was the first part?
Stand back, everyone. Just a girl like Dorothy who's hanging out with me.
There's some nail art with like the nails. Have you seen these, Adam? These are like Jane's hat. Oh, that's cool.
Do me now.
question from over here. Hi there. Yeah, you're up.
Oh, me? Sorry, I thought you were doing the other side. I have a weird question for Alan.
How weird?
Yeah, it is. So you know the scene in Shindig where you're laying in bed with Gina? Like,
who said what? Gina?
You're laying in bed with Gina in Shindig, and you're like, here lies my beloved Zoe, my
Oh,
office.
yes.
And then there's like a slapping noise, but your hand is out of shot.
Yes.
And so I was wondering if you actually did what it sounds like you did, if it was a sound effect or really, really.
We do now know there are children in the room, so...
Did I? Yes, I did. And I heard about it from Lawrence, her husband. No, I didn't. I heard he mentioned it to her, and then she told me he picked up on it. We watched it together and went, what was that? Because, yeah, you don't wear, it's super weird. You gotta wear these weird things that make you look, because she's, anyway, yeah. I did that.
Unrepentant about it, too.
Empty Perrier bottle.
Undressing the table.
There was a night we were all out in the woods in some ranch in a field out north of Los Angeles, filming, not Trash, it was the first one with Christina Hendricks.
Our Mrs. Reynolds.
Our Mrs. Reynolds. I said that. You were there pretending you were drunk, and we all had to shoot all these scenes and all these lines. You didn't have any lines. Your night was your whole night was making out with Gina on a bale of hay.
The director was like, you guys need to give it your all. Every take. Because we're going to be floating around with the camera, and you don't know when we're on you and when we're not, so just, you got to be there. You got to be on it.
All right.
That's when we became friends. Really? Yeah.
And I'm going to say this too. Adam, you do a very good drunk. Drunk is hard to do. Drunk is often overdone or terribly done. You do a good drunk.
Thanks. Sense memory.
Yeah, over there. Hi.
My name is Patricia. Just putting that out there. We all saw William Shatner here this weekend,
yes.
And he was here, if you really count the numbers, 48 years after his original Star Trek went off the air. And I just wonder, you could go either way with this question, whether you have any things to say about where you see your future at Comic-Cons and things like that. And let me just say, we love the original, and we always love the more stuff you guys do too, of course. Or if in talking with Jonathan Frakes or William Shatner, if they've ever given you some good advice or gave you some pointers before you first walked out on a stage like this with us.
That covers a lot of ground.
Get out the question, yeah.
Pare it down.
I'll say this. I was fortunate enough to meet William Shatner. We connected over Twitter, and he said, come on by my office. Because I was supposed to meet him at a con, and I got an eye infection. Anyway, I sat down with him in his office, a beautiful little place in Studio City. Lots of nice memorabilia around. He had just got back from his ranch where he keeps horses. And I said, how do you stay relevant? How do you do it? He goes, I don't know. I mean, I just keep doing, and thank God. But we were talking about this. We're very fortunate, and Firefly died.
It is awesome.
Right? The series. But you guys keep it going. You guys never stop being fans. We only lose fans when you guys drop dead. And new fans keep coming all the time. My brother showed this to me last week. It's amazing. Man, your voice is so unusual. I hope to God in 48 years, I'm sitting here with these guys.
Oh.
let me do the math here. 240, I'll be 100.
I don't have the technology to keep you alive with machines.
Hi. I'm still here. Sick of me yet?
Just as a follow-up to that, in the ensuing years, have you found yourself in a room with a Fox executive and been like, told you so?
I guess I can tell this, right? I just had a meeting with the woman who canceled Firefly. About a month ago.
Let's round upon, sir.
I was going to, her name was Gail Berman, and she came into the meeting. We had a meeting, and she came in and was like, hello, this is Alan. She said, oh, I know Alan. We know each other. I canceled Firefly. I destroyed dreams. She goes, no one ever says that I put Firefly on the air. No one ever says that I gave Joss a shot. No one ever says that I worked with Joss, because I think she did on Buffy. On Buffy. Nobody ever says that. All they say is, I canceled Firefly. My Wikipedia
Nathan
page
doing?
has some really nice things about it, because she was like one of these. She was like producing Broadway in her 20s and really successfully. Anyway, she's like, I think I got some really nice things on there about me, but there's always a couple of lines that are reserved for I canceled Firefly. And if you change it, it gets changed right back 2 days later.
Yep.
Yeah.
We don't forgive and we don't forget.
So, yeah, she's got a little chip on her shoulder about it.
As well as she should.
Actually, over here. Sorry, going over here and then back.
Hi, my name is Ellie. I'm a huge fan of all three of you, and I'm actually one of the planners for Can't Stop the Serenity. We're going to do it June 21st in St. Louis, and I was wondering if you guys would like to come as the big damn heroes.
Adam will be there.
I can confirm Alan.
I'll be there.
Taking over here.
All right, so we all know that there's a lot of hilarious, iconic lines in Firefly and in the other things that you guys do. A lot of the comedies are really funny. It goes over there.
So she got one.
Okay, so that
I
was
threw it off because I asked a question. Sorry. Chaos.
Okay, sorry. So we know there's all these funny lines and everything, and you guys have been saying them, and we in the audience have been saying them like this whole convention, and every day in our lives we say funny things from Firefly. And so I was wondering if you guys do that in your everyday lives, or if you're just doing it for our benefit here at the convention.
That's for your benefit.
Once Adam texted me a picture of him in his blue sun shirt and his Jane hat, holding a big old gun.
A real gun?
Pipes all greased up and oiled. I looked at it and I went, "Aw."
Best selfie ever.
Do you ever talk like Wash does?
I will say from time to time, oh God, we're all gonna die. I did just say that the other day.
I've had a number of occasions to try out my Chinese, the only Chinese I remember. And we were cursing in Chinese on the show, if you recall. I walked past Seamus Dever as he was being filmed for a China affiliate. And he was trying to learn how to say Merry Christmas in Chinese. So I leaned over his shoulders, I'm walking by, and I said, and I saw it on YouTube later. It's all bleeped out. Perhaps I offended the country. Isn't that true though? When we learn another language, the first thing we learn is the swears.
Yep.
It's where dreams come from.
I just want to start off by saying I'm really fun to win. My main question is not just in Firefly, but what are the biggest pranks or jokes that you pulled on other cast members?
What was the question?
Not just Firefly. What are the biggest pranks or jokes you pulled on other cast members?
Pranks or jokes you pulled on them? Okay, let me tell you something. One day when we were filming Serenity, I had come outside and there was a yellow, one of those orange cones, those orange traffic cones. I'd left the door of my car open and it was scrunched up and shoved up underneath my brake pedal. It took me a week, 20 minutes, to pull it out. I came to work next day. Hey, how's that orange cone doing? Dude, you left your door open. Cut to, now we're at Universal Studios, one of their largest sound stages. We're filming Serenity, it's great, and we're having a good time. Everybody's having a good time. Safe to say? Safe to say? Yeah. Hot in the summertime. I come up to my car. There is a conglomeration, a mess of wet, sticky, dripping gummy worms on a hot windshield, all up against my windshield wipers. And when I looked up, what the hell? Why would... And I comes to it, it was Adam. I said, Adam, why did you do that? He goes, well, didn't you do that thing on me? And he described something I never heard of. I said, no. He goes, oh. All right.
My version. The car he's talking about was a car that he had been saying, I'm getting a new car, I'm getting a new car, I'm getting a new car. He was, and so a lot of the crew members were like, really? Well, we can, great.
I had never bought a new car.
It was his new car, and I was gonna mess it up. And I did. And I feel bad about it.
This is to wipe your butt with.
Are you giving that away, or?
Yeah, I signed it.
It's still in the package, right? Quick, yeah.
Slightly used.
Slightly used. Was it? I don't know where. I think he was over that way.
Here, have some stuff.
He's not clamoring to come get it, though, Alan. Let's take. We only have a couple minutes left, so we only have a couple questions left. So.
For your shit.
Oh, here's
shit for your shit.
Hollywood secret, though, that stuff is good for under eye. If you have bags in the morning, if you've not had enough sleep or something, it helps to shrink up the tissues so that you look younger. So that works.
Those preparation.
Rub it all over my face.
Those